recording time. So it's been a while. I say a while, I mean like a while since I've done like a collective drama video. I don't know, has it? I don't know. All I remember is Olivia Duffin and then let's talk about shit. So let's start off by talking about some beauty YouTubers. Firstly, Jaclyn Hill. She has been doing this giveaway on her Instagram, I think it was, where she gives away, I think, 12 things to her fans for December. That giveaway included a Kat Von D palette. I think she bought maybe 7 of them, I'm not quite sure, but she included Kat Von D in her giveaway, and some people were a bit uncomfortable with that because Kat Von D has been linked to some controversial things. She's been called out for being anti-Semitic and for being an anti-vaxxer. Anti-Semitism is hating Jews and anti-vax is being against vaccinations, and for those of you who don't know, that is incredibly dangerous because not only does it put the life of your child at risk if you refuse to vaccinate your child, but it also threatens the life of other people's children. Some people have weaker immune systems and therefore rely on the people that surround them to also be vaccinated. And it is like a really serious thing. These people, if they catch very common illnesses for regular people such as the cold or the flu or stuff like that, they could potentially die. It could be fatal to them. It was a palette, I don't remember because I've like never really been into Kat Von D, but it was like the palette that everyone used to buy back when, you know, she wasn't as controversial. Because not only does that giveaway obviously give her money because Jaclyn Hill has been buying her products, but it's also promoting her and her products because people are going on Jaclyn Hill's Instagram and seeing Kat Von D products. Another thing with Jaclyn Hill, her cosmetic account on Instagram, they posted a tweet about the Megawatt highlighters, and the post said that the highlighter was eye safe, and the first ingredient in the ingredients list is alumina. Alumina is not FDA approved for eye makeup because it's not safe. And people have been saying it shouldn't be that big of a deal because a lot of people get highlighters in their eye or like other cosmetic products in their eye and they haven't had like major reactions to it, which like is true. Like, I'm sure it's not that big of a deal, but it is not FDA approved, and that means that some people could have a very negative reaction to it. The second person I'd like to talk about is Jeffree Star, and we are also going to talk about his highlighters. Jeffree Star's Supreme Frost highlighters, I think they are, yes. They include squalene, which usually comes from shark liver because shark livers contain a lot of squalene and it's just a lot easier and cheaper to get it from shark livers. And so people are wondering whether his highlighters are actually cruelty-free. There is a possibility that he could have gotten them ethically because you can get them in small amounts ethically, but you know, being like Jeffree Star and having that many people buy your products does, I guess, technically mean that he has like he's more likely to get it from where it's cheapest and will be easiest to get, which is shark liver, which is not ethical. And now Shane Dawson, because Jeffree Star. I don't know if this includes Jeffree Star, I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but Shane Dawson released merch and advertised it as 100% cotton. There were clothing, obviously. People received the merch and it turned out to be 80% cotton and 20% polyester, and basically calling them out for that. Some people say that they were overreacting, but like, first of all, false advertisement is like a thing, like you don't do that. And secondly, polyester is not sustainable or environmentally friendly material, and so for him to advertise it as 100% cotton, that would lead people on to the merch, I guess, and some people might have been thrown off with the 20% polyester if they were concerned about the material or the environment. Apparently the fabric is also folding due to the poor designing of it, I guess. Like, the design was sewn into the shirt, but I guess it was done wrong, and now the shirt's kind of folding into where it was sewn. And apparently it was like an old shirt because you could see like where the previous label used to be. NikkieTutorials promoted this company called Young Living, which is an essential oils company. People got really mad at her because it is a multi multi-level marketing company, which is, if you don't know, is a legal version of a pyramid scheme, but it is the exact same thing. The only difference is that they sell different things, I guess. It usually leads to people further down the scheme to become bankrupt or in debt and stuff like that, and recruiters typically go after people who are vulnerable and financially unstable. I feel like I should maybe explain this for people who still don't know. A pyramid scheme is basically like the person who has the stuff and then they get more people to buy the thing from them, and then those people who bought it have to get more people to get it from them, and those people get more people to get it from them, and it just like goes up until the person at the top is pretty much the only one that's actually getting money. And apparently the founder of Young Living has also been charged with manslaughter or something, but basically they had killed or manslaughtered or let their newborn child die. NikkieTutorials eventually apologized, saying that she didn't know and she would never agree to something like this if she knew it was basically a pyramid scheme. And lastly, Gabbie Hannah. Okay, this one's like kind of annoying. She posted on Twitter saying this. I'm assuming telephone is just another version of Chinese whispers or a game similar to that. I don't actually know. If y'all know, please tell me. To summarize, she basically said that people played this game telephone where you basically learn to not gossip and spread rumors, then y'all grew up and forgot it. Ready to Glare responded saying, remember when you referred to your friend's trauma as rape drama and you didn't grow up or address it and everyone forgot? Which is a really good reply. Yeah, if you want to watch my video on that, you can do that, but there was a lot happening. Gabbie Hannah is not a good person, and she's just like a massive hypocrite, and she just never addresses things, or at least never properly, and is a massive coward and a manipulative pathological liar, and I don't think anyone should support her.
So I didn't talk about this tweet that she also made because I hadn't seen it yet, but now I have. So it says, my check engine light was on for weeks and just randomly went away. So the moral is, kids, if you ignore your problems long enough, they will disappear. Which, coming from somebody like Gabbie Hannah, is so gross and so disgusting, and she is just a terrible human being, and I don't think she has the right to post something like this, because she is the kind of person that actually pays attention and listens to this kind of advice, and her other two is just such utter bullshit because she obviously doesn't give a fuck about all that. She is the hypocrite that grew up and forgot. She is trying to make this a funny little comedy thing when she has to actually address this shit because it's actually really serious, and she hasn't addressed anything that she has gotten into and should address.
So yeah, I think that's just about it, and I don't have an outro.